morning. It's 39 degrees and 72% in the battery. Today we're starting off at 960 miles driven, 324 kilowatt hours used, and an average burn rate of 337 watt hours per mile. We are leaving Gallup, New Mexico. It's early. We've got an appointment with the crazy postman. It's 5:33. We got to move it. Are you ready, fine sir? Talking to you.
Oh yeah, I think so.
We're not sure, but hey, you know what? It's okay. Let's move it. We get up 5:25. We're in the car. It's cold. We're not awake yet. We set the navigation to Elk City, Oklahoma. That's where we're going to be meeting the crazy postman today. And we're tired, and the car says, go west on 40. And we say, no, we're not going west. We're going east. So we get off the on-ramp and do a U-turn in the dirt, get on Interstate 40, head to the east, and finally realize it's 39 degrees, okay? The battery is cold. I notice on the navigation that it says preconditioning of the battery, and we're still not with it. We're driving down the road and we're thinking, nah, we got this. We're headed to the east. We know where we're going. But I forgot one simple fact. We charged up to 75% last night when we arrived in Gallup. Once we did that, we went and got something to eat. The car sat overnight. The battery got cold. The predicted range got less than what the car wanted to get to Albuquerque, which is our next charging stop. So the car knows better. The bottom line, if you're up early and the car tells you to go charge wherever you've parked or wherever you stayed overnight, just do what it says. Don't argue. It's kind of like your spouse. Your spouse says, oh, you need to do this. And you go, hey, I do not. Well, you know what? Your spouse might just know. In this case, my car knew more than I did because its brain was functioning 100% this early. So what did we do? We're tooling down Interstate 40 and we had to turn around some 6 miles down the road. Now we're headed back to the Supercharger here in Gallup, wasting probably 30 minutes of driving around and screwing around. Yes, it is still dark. What is it, 5:51. We've arrived at 59%, and yes, we're back hooked up to the Supercharger. And it's not much because it's only got 14 minutes to charge. We're just about charged here, taking on 12 kilowatt hours of energy. Arrival percentage currently is 14%. It's 170 miles to the Supercharger. And I think we're just about done here. 73% charge. When I unplug it, it'll probably drift to 74. Taking on 13 kilowatt hours. And as soon as it's done trying to cipher here, we're good to go. Okay.
Now turn left onto West Historic Highway 66.
And a quick check, 15% on arrival. We're finally back on Interstate 40. And now that we've successfully wasted 45 minutes of our time, all right, we need to have a talk. Jeez, alrighty then. We've been fighting the Nav all morning. Look at what it wants now, right? It's got something in its brain that it wants us. Now, remember when we were leaving Gallup, they wanted us to take us north, right? Now we're way down the road from Gallup. Look what it wants to do now. there is somebody's algorithm got whacked or something here. I know I can get from Gallup to Albuquerque in range, no problem. But all of a sudden it comes on and it says, whoa, you can't do that. You need to charge. And then all of a sudden it wanted us to take us back to Gallup and charge again. And you saw this funky little whoopie-doo thing. It wants us to go to the Albuquerque Supercharger, right? But it's put this weirdness in. And now it wants us to make a U-turn to go and get
In
off
1
the
mile,
highway.
Take exit 47 on the right toward Continental Divide.
All right. Well, I think the Google Maps is offline here for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe being New Mexico, alien influence. I don't know. But it is serious in space. Anyway, I may reset the nav here and we'll see what's going on. But it is really dorked up. The nav is back. The range is being calculated properly, as you can see now, 20% on arrival. I'm not sure what possessed it. It wanted us to take us up and around on a surface street off the highway and this way and that way, and it was just in space. And finally we did a reset. Now, I'm not sure what... if you've ever done a reset, in a Tesla, you hold down both of these scroll wheels, at least in the Model X, and then if you want to just do the binnacle, you hold down the other two buttons on top, the speaker and the search button here. So I think we're good again. Let's have a look at our route. Yeah. We've reset the nav. It was really off in space. I don't know why. Anyway, we're going to charge in Albuquerque. Arrival of 20%. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. It's cold though. It's about 40 degrees. Sun's coming up. Hey, look at that. Now that's a catch. Here is the final analysis this morning of our weirdness. So I've driven the Teslas, I don't know, 5 years, something like that, and I've got a real good handle on the navigation in them. I know what you should do and how you should charge them and those kinds of things. And today was kind of weird. We get up early. The car, we fire up the nav and the car says, oh, you got to charge. And I didn't give it any thought to it. It was early. We weren't quite with it. So I went and I said, screw this. We need to go to the east. So we took off to the east, and then we started second guessing ourselves. The car kept saying, you're not going to make it. You got to charge. You got to charge. And I'm thinking, oh, man. Being tired, I wasn't thinking super clear. So we said, okay, fine. 7 miles down the road, we flipped a U-ey. We drove back 12 miles, charged up. We went to, it was interesting. We started the adventure at the hotel at 72%. We wasted all that energy, went all the way back to the Supercharger out on the west side of the city, charged back up 74% and headed here. We're tooling down the road and looking at the navigation, and it wanted us to get off the highway and go up on surface streets, up and around, and then get back on the highway. And we said, heck no, we're not doing that. So we drove through that. We're driving along, and then it says, you need to charge now. Just all of a sudden out of the blue, oh, you got to charge. Interesting. And then we said, forget it. And so we're driving along and we re-enabled the nav, and it said, no, you got to get off the highway again and go around to the south. And that's the point that we said, something is possessed here. Something is not right. The navigation woke up and got up on the wrong side of the bed, and it didn't know what was up. So we did a reset, and we're driving along, and I don't think Tesla allows you to do that or suggests you do a reset. But when you do a reset, at least in the Model X, there's scrolly wheel. If you press and hold that, it'll reset the UI over here on the big screen. And if you press the little ones above it, press and hold, of course, it'll reset the binnacle. I press and held the scrolly wheels, and I think with this new software, it allows you to just reset everything. So the nav went off, and the UI and all this stuff went off. So we didn't crash, had no blinkers and stuff like that. Autopilot and stuff was offline, but the operation of the vehicle was not affected. And I've proven that in my videos. You saw me put a towel over the UI, and I was able to drive the car just fine. So, back to what I was saying. The car was in some weird state of funk, and we did this reset, and we are, as predicted, as my brain told me what we should have been good with, fine. So the bottom line is, we could have gotten on the freeway, gone to the east, and got here to Albuquerque without any issues at all. But the navigation made me do it. Greg and I think because we didn't have McDonald's in the morning, our whole day got messed up. We are back on Interstate 40, heading in the proper direction. That would be east. The navigation is showing proper. It's 22% on arrival at Supercharger in Albuquerque. And we have breakfast. So I'll take it. Look, an Egg McMuffin. Holy mackerel. This day is one of the screwed up days I've ever had. After all that charging fiasco, all three of the McDonald's in Gallup weren't even open yet. That should have been the tell. I think we should have just stayed in bed longer or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're underway. Autopilot's got the controls, and we're tooling down the road. Let's have a look around this morning. 50 miles from Albuquerque. She blows. There's Albuquerque out there. Sandia Crest. Where we're going. Old Route 66 bridge. We've arrived 17% as predicted. Take a look at the trips here. Looks like so far since Las Vegas, we've driven 1,135 miles, 383 kilowatt hours of energy used, and a consumption rate of 337 watt hours per mile. All right, we're here at the Supercharger. This is the version 3 here in Albuquerque. Let's get plugged in. Here's the next stop, 20 minutes to charge. Next stop is Tucumcari, New Mexico. Looks like got a quick charge there too. It says an hour and 10 minutes. Well, that's a long stretch, but it's okay. We're cranking now, 150 kW. All right, well, you know what time it is. It's Two Boys Donut time. Yeah, that's right. We're headed that way now. You can hear the electrons going in there. Here's how to get to Two Boys Donuts while you're charging your car. We walk this way. Yep. And that's how you get to Two Boys Donuts. Yeah, this is what you got to look forward to. You've been driving all day, you come over and get a great donut. Remember, Two Boys. It's just around to the left from the Superchargers here in Albuquerque. Great place, great folks. We are charged. Good timing. We just got back from Two Boys Bakery. Remember, if you come here to the Albuquerque 16 stall at the outlet mall, make sure you go by Two Boys Bakery and buy yourself a donut. Even if it's not for you, buy it for a friend. 60% now. It says we have enough. And it looks like it's saying we have 3% arrival. Well, I was born yesterday, but I wasn't born yesterday. So 3% is not enough. So we're going to let this charge to at least 10, if a little bit more. Greg and I think the navigation is possessed. It's not right. Something's weird. I don't think it's the car. I think it's something else. All right, after restarting the nav, I canceled it here and just enabled it to Elk City. Now 427, that's more reasonable because a few charging stops. We're stopping in Santa Rosa, and of course we got a buttload of arrival percentage, way more than we need. We got to get the heck out of here, hit the road. We're up here on Interstate 40 East now. Got 22% on arrival, and we are headed out of Albuquerque now, going up the pass here. We're climbing up out of the basin here in Albuquerque. You look at some of the mountains. Let's have a look around. We're in construction here on Interstate 40 now. As you can see, it looks like we have some weather up here, and I think we're coming in behind a bunch of weather going right in front of us, but it appears to be moving pretty fast. So hopefully we won't catch it. It'll just see the effects through rain here. Let's see if autopilot will make this construction turn here. Gee, I think I gotta fell asleep. No worries. Just like that. Looks like we're getting a little bit of rain. Looks like it's supposed to be raining in Santa Rosa Supercharger. 45 degrees. Let's have a look around. We're off here in Santa Rosa, heading to the Supercharger located at the Holiday Inn Express. It's an 8-stall 150, and we get to drive down a section of historic Route 66. And of course it's raining. This makes the job of doing all this a little bit more fun. 23% on arrival. Check trips. 1,250 miles. We have 421 kilowatt hours used and a average of 337 watt hours per mile. I think we're ready to go. 83%. We have 15% on arrival in Amarillo. I think we're good to go. 172 miles. Let's have a look around. We're finally out of the rain for a while. I don't know how long. 100 miles to Amarillo. Sounds like a song. Yeah, check this out. You don't see this every day. You've seen them before, and you've seen a lot of them, but you've never seen them this big. This is a Caterpillar track for some kind of a crawling machine, crane. zone. Hey, let's have a look around in Texas. All right, here's some road tactics. We wanted to go to the Supercharger, which is version 3 there with the 7 on it. The navigation put us onto the 6, which is closer, because we only have 11% on arrival. If you look at the navigation here, you'll see that it wants us to go to the old one, then the new one, and then on to Elk City. Okay, so far so good. However, what I'm going to do is continue to draft behind my buddy here, which is doing 68, and I'm doing 68, and you can see we're at 289 on the usage here, watt hours per mile. Anyway, my goal is to go to the far Supercharger, and to do that I just need to conserve energy, in which I'm doing now. 22 miles to the first Supercharger, and we'll have plenty of energy to get to the second. We've navigated now to the version 3 Supercharger. It's 11 miles past the western Supercharger, the old one. And as you can see, we're all the way up to 8% on arrival. That's just fine. We're continuing to strategically follow our helper here, and at a safe distance, and it's looking good. We're going to charge faster and get down the road quicker. Let's do an energy check. 10% in the battery, and if I can focus this, 9% on arrival. I think we made it. Made it, yeah. This is the Valero gas station. And as you can see, a whole pile, looks like maybe 12 without counting. I'm going to go right in the middle. How about that?
Now turn right.
No, I'm not turning right. I'm backing up. All right. Liner bip. I bet you half these aren't ever used. Maybe they are. I don't know. Bam, and just like that. 9% on arrival. Let's have a look at the trip data. Okay, trip data, 1,423 miles, 484 kilowatt hours used, and a rate of 340 watt hours per mile. Pretty good. All right, well, we're really low, and we made it. That's the key. So let's get plugged in here. We're plugged in. Yeah, and just as I suspect, you know, when you plug in at a very low state of charge, you don't get mega power right away. 9%, 72 kW. Heck, I'll buy that for $1. Okay, well, let's have a look here at the navigation all the way to Elk City here while this is getting going. Hey, who stole all my bugs? I was gonna use them for something. I think we have a plan. Check this out now. Our goal is we are meeting the crazy postman here in a place called Elk City. See if we can see it right here. Okay. And our goal is to charge up the minimum time here. It says 7 minutes to get to Shamrock. So we added, when we look at the superchargers here, we added our ultimate goal to Oklahoma City because we're staying near there tonight at a hotel. So our goal, of course, is to get to Oklahoma City, but we need to get to Elk City as quick as possible. It's already 3 p.m. This will get us charged as fast as possible, get a charge in Shamrock. We'll charge a little extra. We'll spend a couple hours here in Elk City and then on to Weatherford and then ultimately Oak City, where we'll go to our hotel. So that's our plan. Here's what it looks like on in tabular form. 10 minutes to go. I think we're going to charge, though, that we're in the 20s here for Shamrock. This is the arrival percentage for Shamrock. It's 90 miles. So we're going to sit here for just a little while and get out of here when it's ready. Let's have a look around. We are east of Amarillo. Yeah, we are. Sorry for the rain on the window, because it's raining. Wonder why. All right, let's have a look at the navigation. Navigation says Shamrock, 35 minutes of charge. We are going to meet the crazy postman in Elk City for dinner. And then Greg and I are headed to Oak City. We're going to charge up and then find our hotel there. Hey, soup anybody? Yeah, it's nasty here. Drizzle, rainy, nasty, cold. Yuck. We've made it to Shamrock. Yeah, the 60s diner here and gas stations here. It's kind of cool. Unfortunately, it looks like crap today. Anyway, we're just about ready to get off the highway. We made it to Shamrock. It's a 6-stall 150. And I'm going to do it in 3A. That's where I was last time. It worked well. Not that the other ones don't, but this one did a good job. So we'll get it charged up here. Okay, we arrived with, as predicted, 21%. And I look over here, and on trips, 1,512 miles. Energy, 518 kilowatt hours, and an average consumption of 342 watt hours per mile. We are charged and out of here. Bye-bye, Conoco. Thanks for the juice. We're all charged and arrive in Oklahoma City at 11%. However, we're going to be stopping
now
for
turn right onto East 13th Street.
a while for a meet with the crazy postman. We are eastbound Interstate 40. The weather is maybe it's improved. It's not raining so hard. It's kind of drizzly now. We have made it. Yeah. And
Now turn left.
we're at the parking lot of the Huddle House, where the looks like Francis Energy chargers are here. Hey, look who's here. It's the crazy postman.
Now you have arrived at your destination.
Yeah. Look who you meet in these weird places. The crazy postman.
Guys, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Guess what?
What?
None of the credit card readers are working.
No way.
I just checked all the stations, none of them working.
Holy mackerel. How about the
I
app?
was able to start it with the RFID card.
Yeah.
Good luck with the app.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try my phone. Maybe I can get it to work. I don't know.
I don't know. I was just discussing with my audience that, okay, so these stations are supposed to be 350 amp capable. Francis has them limited to 125 amps.
Right.
Is that not a scam if you're paying by the minute?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know,
All right. Well, let me give it a whirl.
good luck.
All right. I need it. We've arrived here at the Huddle House, and the CCS adapter is going to get in place. 61%. We will check this out. We have, 1,568 miles driven, 539 kilowatt hours of energy used, and a consumption rate of 344. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to charge. Here's the big test. Gonna try on CCS here and see if I can get it working. I've got my account set up with Francis Energy and we'll check it out. I'm here with the crazy postman and we're testing out the Francis Energy chargers. It looks like the Chatamo adapter I have is functioning properly. We're getting 44 kilowatts here, which is great. And it looks like it's working. That's good compared to the last one on the end there, number 4. All right, so the question is, how much energy is the transformer putting out? Let's check that out. We've been driving in this crap for hours. We're 19 miles from the Supercharger here in Oklahoma City. Finally, we're getting into some light. It's been darker than the inside of a cow, but it's not too shabby right now. It's starting to lighten up a little bit with all this stuff. Getting close now. I don't care what kind of ADAS system you have in your car. I've been driving in this rain at night with autopilot and it's awesome. That's all I can say. Nothing compares. I don't care what you're driving. If you drive a Tesla, you'll know what autopilot is. Just getting into Oklahoma City, 4.8 miles to the Supercharger now. Look at this, driving on a mirror, right? Don't know where the lines are? Doesn't matter, just look at autopilot. It'll tell you where the lines are. Isn't that amazing? Oh, I guess I better get in the line. There we go. Yep, truly amazing. He made it to Oklahoma City, 17%. Let's have a look at the trip data. Okay, 1,671 miles driven, 580 kilowatt hours used, average burn rate of 347 watt hours per mile. All right, we are here in Oklahoma. We're gonna get a charge and head to our hotel. Let's do it. We're plugged in. We're getting there. Charging's going well, 130 kW at 40%. And our plan is to charge to 50% tonight. And then we're heading to the hotel, which is to the east. We're going to spend the night. We're going to get up early. We are going to then head over to the DC fast charger down the street made by Francis Energy, which we tested today and which is awesome, and we'll charge up and then head to Nashville. That'll be our destination tomorrow. 9% more. Hey, if you like today's video, give me a like, and if you would, please subscribe. You don't want to miss anything coming up. Thanks for watching today's video. I'll look for you in tomorrow's video, and take care.